Hey guys, I am Ibigandscary. I'm bringing you another StarCraft 2 replay, this time featuring Jiang in the top right corner playing our red Protoss, and in our bottom left we have Typhen with the blue Zerg. Both players are in Platinum. We are on Shakur's Plateau. Zerg versus Protoss is going to be a fun game. I like this matchup. It's definitely one of the more tense, kind of exciting, at least in the late game. Early game, it usually stabilizes. You usually get either a one base from one play, cheese, or it kind of stabilizes and goes on into the macro game. Shakur's Plateau kind of favors that macro game, or at least on the two base. You have a small ramp leading down into the natural and a larger ramp leading off into this huge open ground, which I absolutely adore because it allows the Zerg to really take advantage of that, and it's difficult for the Protoss to move out without getting all of their bases or all of their units surrounded. The third, though, is a little bit too exposed to take comfortably. You have three different pathways leading into it, one with destructible debris, another one with a choke that the Protoss or the Terran really like to use against Zerg. And it also makes it so that the Protoss doesn't have to throw down nearly as many force fields to choke off the Zerg as they try to get that surround. Gas first build out of Typhen, and we have a pylon going down on the low ground. It looks like Jiang is going for a forge fast expand. Throws down that forge. You could also see two gateways coming out of Jiang if he wants to do some early aggression, but with the forge it looks like he's going for that expansion. No early gas, and Typhen manages to sneak in his drone. I say manage because he just sent it up there, and it takes no skill at all to scout correctly, and that's what he did, and it was great. Spawning pool coming down for Typhen, early gas, so that he can get that early speed out, which is great because as far as rush distance is confirmed, Shakur's is actually kind of on the large side of things, and with all that empty space out in the middle, the surrounds that you can get with the extra speed is phenomenal. 400 minerals for Jiang. There goes the Nexus. So the drone had not succeeded in holding down the expansion, but it did succeed in taking quite a bit of damage from the probe photon cannon being built so that the wall off can get more sturdy. We're going to see Jiang, as time progresses, throw down a gateway and maybe another pylon and maybe another cybernetics core to complete this wall off if he wants to make it airtight, or he could leave a little gap. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that, especially in this matchup. No gas out of Jiang at all yet. You can see that the 100 gas has been collected for Jiang, and then the scouting probe does make it in. See that no other tech buildings have gone down. More importantly, no expansion has gone down. That's probably the most important aspect of that scout. The probe had flirted down at the expansion for quite a while, and with no expansion coming out of the Zerg, Jiang knows that Typhon's going to be thinking about some major aggression. Baneling Nest on the way, as is the metabolic boost, going to be finishing up in approximately 20 seconds. Those Zerglings are going to be able to close down to the front door very quickly. Cybernetics Core is a little bit off place to wall off completely, definitely fortifying the wall, but it's not 100% walled off. You need a Stalker. I don't think a Zealot's going to be able to wall off that completely for the Zerglings. Two photon cannons though, so they're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. That first Zealot is on the way. No chrono boost out of Jiang yet. He's definitely got the money for it. And by money, I mean energy. There goes the speed for Typhen. Baneling Nest also finishes up. It looks like he's got his drone positioned for the expansion. And he's just waiting for that money. There goes the 300. Still no expansion out of him. It looks like he's going to be mainlining Zerglings. Another 8 on the way. So the Zealot is in position. I am interested to see if this is tight. I don't think it is. It's an awful lot of space down at the bottom, but sometimes cliffs are funky. We will see 10 Banelings being morphed out, and here comes a scouting probe. Let's see if he does just catch the majority of the Banelings. Is a little bit of an aggressive positioning for them. I'm thinking that Jiang is very thankful that he sent out that probe. He knows what to expect. He's got his sentry down. It's just been morphed in. There's enough for a force field, but not enough for 2. Wow, that's a lot of Baneling hits just to take down one pylon. Only a single Baneling left. It goes on the sentry. The Zerglings are going to focus down that sentry, I hope. It does not quite make it to the probes. It was really trying though. A handful of zealots or zerglings remain. They're going to be focusing down the nexus, but the photon cannons, 8 kills on that photon cannon right now, and another sentry does come out. It looks like the majority of the banelings are going to be morphed in behind enemy lines. These probes have really got to be careful. Oh, do not send those probes into those banelings. It looks like the zerglings are going to clean them up anyway, though. Banelings do morph out. It looks like everything's going to get pushed back. There's enough for a single force field. Will it be there to stop? Oh, it stops all of the baneling attacks. Really good job there. Good clutch force field. 2 gateways coming up into the main. More zerglings streaming in. Not enough energy for another force field with 30 energy, 20 to go. The banelings come in with a nice surround, taking out the rest of those probes. But remember, the probe count is actually 25 to 14, heavily in Jiang's favor. He just needs to continue to hold off this aggression, deny a really good baneling hit. The baneling strike does go off, gets all those probes into the red, but with only 2 zerglings left on the field and then focusing down the zealots, still the probe count is heavily in Jiang's favor. However, the wall off is it's complete again. Wow, look at that. Gets a stalker out just in time to complete that wall off. A couple of banelings being morphed on the bottom, they'll be able to take out that stalker completely. But if a sentry were to be warped in, he's got the gas, he's got plenty of gas. I would definitely get some sentries out right now to get more energy because more zerglings are underway. Still no expansion from Typhen. He's really doubling down on all this aggression. Twilight Council coming up for Jiang as he's beginning to tech, staying calm, get that saturation back up. I would definitely throw down another pylon in front of the photon cannon again, or maybe even get a handful of sentries. That would be my #1 recommendation. Double wielding the gas. So we've got quite a bit of tech on the horizon, but he's really just got to continue to hold off the aggression coming from Typhen. Handful of zerglings make it to the photon cannon. That photon cannon's in the red. It goes down, but all the other banelings just blow up on the pylon, not making it into the probe line, not making it into the stalkers, and he leaves the game. It was just all in after all in for Typhen. He didn't know when to quit. I think Typhen would have been in a hell of a lot better position if he had grabbed that expansion rather than cranking out the extra 8 zerglings. He did a lot of economic damage at the beginning, but he didn't do anything whenever he moved up to the north, and his drone count was so freaking low that he didn't have a choice but to double down at the end of it. And the lead that Jiang had was just going to get incredible by the end of it. That was a fun game. It was a really good hold, and I think the highlight for me was that force field on the ramp. That was pretty cool. Hey, another highlight in my life is you guys watching these videos, so I appreciate it. If you want to leave me a comment, that'd be cool. Tell me how I'm doing, or if you have a game you want me to cast, you could PM me here or on Reddit. One way or another, I will see you guys later. I am Ibigandscary.